The following lesson is linked to Learning Outcome 2, Reading and Viewing, and addresses the assessment standard that requires learners to demonstrate various reading and viewing strategies for comprehension and appreciation. Learners should be able to infer the meaning of unfamiliar words or images in familiar contexts by using knowledge of grammar, word attack skills, contextual clues, sound, color, design, placement, and by using the senses. Learners should also be able to reread, review, and revise to promote understanding and ask questions to make predictions. Hi there, my name is Becky, and I hope that you guys enjoyed our last episode where we learned how to review and reread visual text. We learned about color, line, shape, and form, and how these elements are all part of a very conscious design process. Today we're going to practice these skills with the help of Ntabi and Ken. So, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to reread, review, and revise to promote understanding, ask questions to make predictions, and infer meaning by examining visual elements. Today we're going to look at images and how they add another layer of meaning to a design. Imagine that you're on a trip somewhere, and as you travel along the highway, you see this image out of the corner of your eye. What questions can you ask to help you predict what this image is about?
Well, Ken and I have written up some of the questions, and these are the ones we thought were important. Where did I see it? What is included in the image? Who is included in the image? How does it make me feel? And what could the image mean?
Well done. The answer to the first one is important because where an image is placed can provide you with information that will help you understand the image. So, where you see an image and what it is part of will help you to make sense of it. This is called placement. On this occasion, you cannot tell what the image is part of, so perhaps your other questions will help you to predict what it is all about.
Okay, what and who is included in the image is very easy. We can see a guy and a girl. They're undressed or partially dressed and are holding each other.
Yes, and she seems quite happy because although we can't see her whole face, her eyes seem to be smiling. She's also holding a condom, so she must be about to have sex.
Okay, so what about your question, how does this make me feel?
Well, I like the picture because she's happy. And they seem to care about each other. He's obviously happy to wear the condom because otherwise she wouldn't be smiling. So they'll have safe sex. Seems a good plan to me.
That also answers the last question, what could the image mean? I think it's part of an advert for condoms, and they're retelling us that you can have a happy relationship and good sex if you use that brand of condoms.
Could be. Could it also be an advert for safe sex?
Okay, how about if I show you some more of the visual text? How does this new information help you to understand the image?
Well, now that we know it is part of a Love Life poster, we understand that the image is about having safe sex.
We know that Love Life is an HIV campaign. But what if you knew nothing about Love Life and the Love Life campaign? Then what would you understand? Remember to look at every aspect of the image.
Well, the text at the bottom of the page says, talk about it. And the logo is Love Life. This seems to be saying that in order to love one's life, one needs to talk about it. Talk about what?
Okay, stop. Take a step back and reread. What are the two in the image likely to be talking about?
That's easy, wearing a condom. Many guys think it's not cool to wear a condom and they won't even talk about it.
But now remember what you said about the image. You said she seems to be happy. Why do you think she's happy?
Because they've spoken about it.
Absolutely. If you love your life and wish to stay alive, it is your responsibility to talk to your partner and let him or her know that you will not have sex unless you're protected.
That's a lot of information from a picture and a couple of words.
This particular poster also has another line of text. Let's have a look. What do you immediately think of when you read the line, "One roll-on all women want"?
Well, having seen the picture, we know a roll-on is a condom. We normally refer to a deodorant as a roll-on.
So there's a play on words, a pun that's happening in this line.
I think it means that normally girls spend lots of time making themselves look and smell good, and deodorant is part of that. But in today's world, we think about keeping ourselves safe, and that's why she's holding a condom, because it came out of her bag.
Absolutely. And she's smiling because
She's independent. She carries her own role on. She talks about the need for a condom before she agrees to sex.
So can you see how she loves life?
Sure, who would have thought there was so much information in just one poster?
well done, guys. Now here's a quick task for you. Using the same process we have just followed. Read this Love Life billboard and then share your thoughts with a partner. Ntabi and Ken will examine it here in the studio and then we can see what everyone else thinks. Well, how did you guys do?
Well, we had quite a long chat about this, but I think we have it now.
Great. Tell us what you discovered.
Okay, on this billboard we have two images. The one image is drawn by a child and the other one is a photograph. The two images have been placed next to each other so they can form one picture.
The children's drawing also shows us a picture of a man and a woman with a child standing in front of a house with a chimney and smoke. There is also a picture of a sun in the sky. This picture therefore proves to us that this is a happy family: mom, dad, child, and home.
Where have you seen a drawing like this before?
Lots of children draw pictures like this. It's their dream of a happy family.
Exactly. This is a traditional idea of a happy family. Many families do not look like this today. They may have only one parent or no home, or two fathers, or even two mothers.
But we can still understand that this is a happy family.
Yes, this picture is just merely a symbol. It's not necessarily realistic.
Okay, on the other side of the photograph, we see a child looking up at a pregnant woman, and the child seems happy, so is the woman.
Why do you think they chose to use a photograph for this half of the image?
Well, isn't it because photographs are often believed to be real, as if they cannot lie? So we're likely to see this half of the image as the truth.
So what do the two pictures mean together?
This is where Ken and I really got into a debate. Every child wants a happy family, and so they will draw a picture of what they think a happy family could look like. The photograph seems to be a real achievement of this. The two halves are like before and after pictures.
The billboard made more sense when we considered the byline, love to be there, because we then asked ourselves, love to be where?
Yes, in this image, being there for the child who drew the picture means having a baby and a happy family.
But this still doesn't explain how it all fits in with Love Life.
Well, it does really, because if you want to have a happy family and a baby in the future, you have to look after yourself now. Because if you get HIV, it's unlikely you will achieve your goal.
And the line love to be there suggests that it is not automatic that we will be there, but rather that we have to work towards our future so we will be there.
Fantastic, guys. Now you're really flying. And we have time for one more. Look carefully at this image and work out the message contained in this billboard. Share your thoughts with a partner. This billboard is a lot more complex than some of the other ones we have looked at. It is important that we consider each detail really carefully. The image is obviously the most important aspect of this billboard. We know this because it takes up the most space.
This image is obviously a photograph of a guy taken from the back. The only thing we see is the label on his t-shirt.
Yes, and we know the guy has a girlfriend because we can see she has her hands around his neck. It is as if she's kissing him or something.
Great. What do you guys think about the label on the back of his t-shirt?
It is not likely to be the original label, but it is an important part of the message. Love is an important word because it's written in a larger font than the other words.
Yes. And the other words refer back to the word love. So the line 100% pure is telling us about the kind of love that they have.
Yes, and that it's made to last forever.
Sure, on a simple level, that is what the label has to say. But let's think a bit deeper. What do you guys think and feel about labels?
They refer to particular brands of clothes, shoes, sports stuff, that sort of thing. A lot of people think labels are very important.
So teenagers really want labels. They feel that if they're wearing the latest label, then they have arrived. So what does this tell us about the label?
Perhaps it suggests that love is like a label. Once you have it, you have arrived.
Right, but it's also quite specific about which kind of love, isn't it?
And it is 100% pure, made to last.
Okay, so put all of that together, and what do you have?
It is fashionable wearing a label and to truly and be honestly in love with someone.
Wonderful. You guys have done it again. You are now really good at inferring meaning from visual text. Perhaps today when you're sitting in a taxi on your way home, you'll take a more critical look at the world around you. Generally, we are so surrounded by visual text that we stop thinking about what we are seeing. Use your senses. Remember the elements and read the billboards and the posters that you see. Before we go, here's a task for you to complete on your own. Read this next billboard and write half a page explaining what you think it is telling you. Then share your thoughts with a partner. Hope you enjoy working out the meaning of that billboard. Bye for now.
Bye.